What's going on, everybody? Plymouth Jones here from ScrewUp TV, and here's another edition of The Woos and the Whats. That's right, guys. That's right. Today, we are here to talk about Friday Night Smackdown, baby. That's right. What happened on this past weekend's Friday Night Smackdown. This is the show where I recap all the wrestling shows. I gave everything that I loved a woo! Everything that I didn't love a what? And everything in between just kind of gets to nothing. There you go. That's how the show works, guys. Welcome to Woos and What. So, Smackdown. Start off with Team Hogan and Team Flair in the ring. What? Although, a lot of superstars here. I don't like the Saudi Arabia shows because they're almost like these otherworld things. They mess up the whole flow of the yearly wrestling, the weekly wrestling, messes everything up. All the storylines have to almost stop. All the women's storylines are almost non-existent because the women are not allowed to go to Saudi Arabia and wrestle. So it's a little weird time for wrestling right now. But, you know, we got Flair out there. He's talking. You can't really understand what he's saying. You know, at first I was like, is he drunk? Is Flair drunk? Why can't I? What? But then you remember the poor man had a stroke a few years ago, so all his faculties aren't working as they used to. So they're kind of going back and forth. Hogan gets some boos, but then Hogan does some of the best mic work I've heard him do in years. Not great, just some of the best mic work I've seen him do in years. So they're going back and forth. It's only this. At first I was wondering, why aren't all five people on are from both teams there? Then I realized, because the draft is over, and now they're officially going to stick to their draft, which is not what happened because Rey Mysterio was on later on. He's supposed to be Raw. They're already messing up their draft again, you idiots. So just that first segment, just how they start to get a what. Cesaro comes out there as an alternate because they're going to have a 3-on-3 match. Sami Zayn doesn't want to fight because Sami Zayn also can't go to Saudi Arabia because he's like Iranian. Of like Iranian heritage or something like that, so he can't go out there. So a whole bunch of money. This whole thing, it was okay. Didn't get too excited about it, but actually, I will say this: give this a woo, woo. The match itself, like just the setup: Shinsegae Nakamura, King Corbin, and Cesaro versus Shorty G. I hate calling him that. Ali. And Roman Reigns. You know, on paper, that's a bomb match. Execution of how they got there wasn't great. So one what and one woo. Next up, we have the New Day versus Rudolph. I call him Rudolph because it's Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler. What? What? The New Day loses in all of 20 seconds? Did we forget that Kofi Kingston was the fucking champion for like eight months, and now he's treated like garbage? The week after he lost his belt, he was immediately relegated to garbage, and then he just got pinned. What are they doing with this? He got pinned clean. Oh God, y'all are ruining Kofi. They're already in trouble because Xavier Woods, I don't know if y'all heard, Xavier Woods, the third member of the New Day, the reason why he wasn't there on Friday, because in real life in Australia, he tore his Achilles tendon. So we're not even going to see Xavier Woods for another 9 months to a year. And this is what y'all doing with the remaining members of the New Day? This may be leading into something. Maybe Kofi cracks and loses his mind and starts going, I don't know. Just a big old what from this segment. Then all like Heavy Machinery and the Revival and all the other tag team. I get it. What? Not a fan. I get it. The tag team turmoil match is happening in Saudi Arabia. I also get that I don't care. You guys have not made me care. You haven't. Sorry. What? Great show, guys, last night. Great show on Friday. Lacey Evans versus a random jobber. As much as I want to give this a what, do I want to give it a woo? I don't know. Because it was a Lacey Evans match, but it was over so fast that she didn't have time to mess anything up. So I was excited about that. But I'll give it a light woo, only because I don't want Lacey Evans in any other feuds until she's ready. She needs to be, because it's a, I hate it. I hate giving you that, Lacey, because you don't deserve good things. Firefly's Funhouse is next. I gotta give this, okay. It's weird that I wanted to give this a woo initially. And I gave Lacey Evans the what, but I think I gotta give this the what. I don't know what's happening here, guys. It was a fine episode of the Firefly. It was fine, but it was just like WWE frustrates me with their week-to-week storytelling. Well, like, why wasn't explained how he built it back up? The Firefly's Funhouse was burned to the ground. Seth took a lighter and burned it with a fire. How is it back? How did Seth even get there in the first place? I thought this was all in his head. So many questions. No answers. What? Not happy. And the fact that you guys have hit The Fiend going against Seth Rollins on Halloween, I just realized that. Y'all have Seth Rollins versus The Fiend on Halloween for the Universal Championship, a belt which we all know The Fiend cannot get because he's not on that brand. You're going to have him lose, and I already hate you guys for it. What? What's next? Callisto versus Drew Gulick. What? Okay. Yes, there was funny moments in here. I love Drew Gulak's PowerPoint presentation. It's hilarious. But it's another thing. He was just a Cruiserweight champion 2 weeks ago. And if you just turn into Smackdown and never knew that, you would have no clue that this guy was worth anything. You would have no idea there was ever any champion anywhere because he got jobbed out in 10 seconds. He was going against, he was fighting Callisto, 1/3 of the Lucha House Party, a group of jobbers. They always lose. Grand Metalik won his match last week, and it was the first time he had been in a match or won a match in like over a year. So you got Drew Gulak, former Cruiserweight champion, against Callisto, who nobody cares about anymore. And Braun Strowman comes out there because he does the PowerPoint thing. Braun comes out there, beats up Drew. That was funny, but overall, what are we doing with Drew? What are we doing with Braun? What are we doing? Next up, Daniel Bryan comes out to explain himself. Bryan comes out, and people are like, "Hey, Daniel, are you still evil? Are you good? Are you the Yes Movement? Is the Yes Movement back, or is what's happening?" And just as he's like, "I think the Yes Movement is back," that's when Sami Zayn and Shinsuke Nakamura come out there and like, "Hey, bruh, don't do that. These fans, they're fickle. Remember that? You called them fickle. Remember about a year ago from today, almost a year ago, you said that the Yes Movement is dead, and then you came to have one of the best runs of your career. Loved this stuff. Loved it. Loved it. It was a little on the nose, yes, but compared to the rest of the show, I was able to eat it all up. Daniel Bryan, I don't know where this is going to go. It's going to go a few different ways. If it leads to a Daniel Bryan and Shinsuke Nakamura feud, oh, yes. That can be awesome. Daniel Bryan elevates anybody who was in the ring with. And Shinsuke is probably one of the most influential wrestlers of today. But you can't tell from watching SmackDown. But I think Daniel Bryan can give Shinsuke that added motivation to become the Shinsuke of old. You know, Shinsuke right now, he's clearly collecting a paycheck. He surfs on the beach, gets, he does his thing. So, so we'll see about that. Give that section a woo, because this show needs it. Next up, we get Nicky Cross versus Mandy Rose. The lightest, the smallest, the tiniest of woos. The tiniest. Nicky, I'm still not a Nicky Cross fan, guys. Just hasn't clicked for me. Sorry, Nicky doesn't click for me. Nicky versus Mandy Rose. They were building Mandy up. See, they're trying to build Nicky to go against Bayley, right? Nicky versus Bayley is going to be it, So, okay, going back and forth. And Nicky barely beats Mandy Rose. So I'm like, how am I supposed to think that Nicky can beat Bayley if you barely got through Mandy Rose? What does that mean? I don't get it. Huh? Not a fan. But I did like Sasha there. Sasha came out there to be on commentary. Stole the show almost. I love Bayley's new personality, which is none. She's the opposite of what she used to be. So give that section a woo. Then the show actually got good. All those woos before, those were like give me woos. This next stuff was awesome. So all night we've been hearing Brock Lesnar and Cain Velasquez, one-on-one, face-to-face. Brock Lesnar, Cain Velasquez. Cain Velasquez and Rey Mysterio goes out there. Let's ignore the fact that Rey Mysterio was on Raw. We're going to ignore that. They're out there talking shit. And guess what? Does Brock come out there? No! Brock gets on the Titantron. Brock and Paul Heyman are on the Titantron. They're like, oh, hey, we don't want to come. We're not stupid enough to go out there in the ring with you. But maybe you guys want to know where we are. Huh? Maybe you want to know where we are, huh? Maybe you don't want to know where we are? Okay. Maybe you want to know what we're doing. What we're doing where we are. Maybe you want to know what we're doing where we are. No, you don't want to know that either? Interesting. Maybe you want to know who. Who are we doing it to? What are we doing and who are we doing it to? And like by the neck, Brock Lesnar lifts up Dominic's head. Not severed. He was still connected to his body. But he lifted up Rey Mysterio's son Dominic. Beaten, bloodied, bludgeoned, broken. Cain and Rey were pissed. They run backstage, and then they get in this backstage area where Dominic's all beaten up, and there's a whole bunch of doctors, and the doctors are the worst actors I've ever seen in my life. They just keep saying, stay back, give me some room, 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 give me some... Say something else, be a doctor. Haven't you ever watched ER? Come on. So, they're back there. They're trying to tend to Dominic. Then Brock Lesnar comes out. So Cain and Rey Mysterio go tend to Dominic. Then Brock comes out there and F5s everybody. Cain Velasquez on to Dominic. Rey Mysterio onto the ground. It is crazy. Brock Lesnar is the greatest. I love it. Hot. Here's what I hope. The thing that will make this match at Crown Jewel, if WWE, even though they can't control this, if they want to make this the greatest match of all time, possibly, what needs to happen is in the middle of the match, Cain and Brock Lesnar actually get into a fight, and it's awesome. Like a fight, UFC, and they're beating each other up, and that would bring everybody to Raw. Oh no, that would bring everybody to Smackdown the following day. If Brock and Cain get in a real fight in the ring the next day, everybody's watching the show. That's all I'm trying to say. Okay. Woo! Give it a woo. Next up. Last match of the night, yeah. So it was our preview to the Crown Jewel thing. The 3-on-3 match like we talked about earlier. King Corbin, Shinsegae, Cesaro versus Shorty G, stupid name, Ali, and Roman Reigns. And guys, this match was awesome. Woo! Give it a big old woo. It was awesome. Off a crappy, plotting, drudgy SmackDown, this was the shining light. Great action from everybody. Great energy. I loved it. It made Ali look awesome. It made Gable look awesome. It made Roman Reigns. I loved the holy heck out of this match. Holy hell out of this match. Obviously, Cesaro took the pin. We knew that was going to happen as soon as he got added to the match because that's what he does. Cesaro gets in the ring, wrestles really, really good, and then loses. So there you go. Matt, so the night was interesting. As you know, Eric Bischoff is no longer part of the show. Apparently he got fired or whatever. The overall feeling of the show. What? One good match, maybe. One good match, really. Two good segments. The other ones were up in the air. So big what? Guys, with AEW and NXT out there, Raw and SmackDown, gotta pick it up. Now I have, because at first I'd be the one who was like, "What? It's not that bad. It's not that." But now that I'm watching other stuff and have something to compare it to, y'all gotta step it up. Step it up. Step it up. Guys, that's all I have time for you guys today. You guys check us out for a recap of Monday Night Raw. What's going to happen on Raw? Who's going to be on Smackdown and be on Raw anyway, because rules don't matter anymore. Doesn't matter, guys. Guys, write down what you guys think in the comments of Smackdown. Are you guys a big fan of Cain Velasquez, Brock Lesnar, or Rey Mysterio? Huh? Did Lacey Evans have to punch that jobber so hard in the face? Huh? Is Shinsegae gonna team up with Daniel Bryan? At one point, I didn't notice Sami Zayn called Daniel Bryan Bryan, and then Daniel Bryan, because Daniel Bryan's real name is Bryan Daniels. So, whatever. Guys, that's all the time I have for you guys today. I'm Plymouth Jones, and until next time, I am out of here. Hey guys, Plymouth Jones here. Thanks for watching our stuff. Thanks for watching our channel. Make sure you follow us on all of our social medias at ScrewUp TV. Make sure you follow our YouTube channel and you click the notification bell. Make sure you click that so you get notified whenever we drop a new web series or sketch or anything really.